हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू साइंस क्लासेस। फ्रेंड्स, आज मैं आपको लीगल का स्टेनोग्राफी का फ्रेज शेयर कर रहा हूं दोस्तों, विद अ स्पीड ऑफ 100 वर्ड पर मिनट। वेरी गुड, एक्सीलेंट outline I am sharing you. Please you make the practice. Then let's start. 5 second, 4 second, 3 second, 2 second, 1 second. Let's start. In the United States of America, several studies have been made, but the results simply have been inconclusive. Stop. The majority judges of the United States Supreme Court, who upheld the constitutionality of the death penalty in the state of Georgia, were compelled to observe. Although some of the studies suggest that the death penalty may not function as a significantly greater deterrent than lesser penalties, there is no convincing empirical evidence supporting or refuting this view. Stop. In the same case, the minority judges were convinced that capital punishment was not necessary as a deterrent to crime in our society. Stop. In India, no systematic study of the problem whether the death penalty is a greater deterrent to murder than the penalty of life imprisonment has yet been undertaken. A few years ago, I made a little research into the matter and studied the statistics relating to capital crime in several districts of Andhra Pradesh from 1935 to 1970. The pattern was most erratic, but it can be boldly asserted that the figures do not justify a conclusion that the death penalty has been a deterrent. But then the figures do not also lead inevitably to the conclusion that the death penalty has not been deterrent. Stop. One of the complicating factors is the discretion given to judges to inflict death penalty or imprisonment for life, about which more later, which destroys the utility of any study based on statistics. The most reasonable conclusion is that there is no positive indication that the death penalty has been deterrent. Full stop. In other words, the efficacy of the death penalty as a deterrent is unproven. Stop. The death penalty, rather than deterring murder, actually deters the proper administration of criminal justice. Stop. There is the absolute finality and irrevocability of the death penalty. Full stop. Human justice can never be infallible. Stop. The most conscientious judge is no proof against sad mistakes. Full stop. Every criminal lawyers of experience will admit that cases are not unknown where innocent persons have been hanged in India and elsewhere. Stop. And it is not the only way. The death penalty strikes at the administration of criminal justice. Stop. Some judges and juries have an abhorrence of the death penalty, and that they would rather find a guilty person not guilty than send even a guilty person to the gallows. Stop. The refusal of juries to convict persons of murder because of the death penalty is a well-known phenomenon throughout the world. Stop. A perusal of some of the judgment of the superior courts in India dealing with cases where trial courts have imposed sentence of death reveals the same reluctance to convict, because the result would else otherwise be to confirm the sentence of death. Thus, a guilty person is prevented from conviction by a possibility that a death penalty may otherwise be the result. Stop. That is not all. There is yet a more grievous injury which the death penalty inflicts on the administration of criminal justice. It rejects reformation and rehabilitation of offenders as among the most important objectives of criminal justice, though the conscience of the world community, speaking through the voice of the legislature of several countries of the world, has accepted reformation and rehabilitation as among the basic purposes of criminal justice. Stop. Death penalty is the brooding giant in the path of reform and treatment of crime and criminals. Full stop. थैंक यू दोस्तों, थैंक यू वेरी मच। यदि मेरा वीडियो आपको पसंद आए, आप दोस्तों सब्सक्राइब करना, लाइक करना और अपने डाउट्स मुझे व्हाट्सएप नंबर पे शेयर कर सकते हो। थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू दोस्तों।